Let's start with the general exam. First, there are 3 sections which contain short, factual texts. They look similar to this. But they can also be a little bit different. They will be about everyday life, such as advertisements, emergency information, instructions, or many other common everyday things you might read. The lengths of the text get longer as the test goes on, but you'll still need to spend a maximum of 1.5 minutes per question. The language used in this exam will be everyday language, such as time, places, names, and so on. The general exam's purpose is only to test your general ability. The exam will not ask you complicated or specific questions. That's what the academic exam asks you. You should use this language in everyday life and be comfortable using it, and it's called just General English. Now let's look at the academic exam. You're going to be given the exact same number of questions and the exact same time. However, the amount of reading material, paragraphs, and just words in general will be more. The style of words will be more academic as well. You'll be reading larger texts with more complicated words. This part of the exam will have 3 or more long texts, which range from descriptive to factual. These texts are actually real. They are taken from real books, real journals, newspapers, and magazines. You could read about history, science, research, animals, university details, and many more academic texts. I found that in the exam, sometimes there will be an article with a topic that you are completely unaware of. So the vocabulary can be hard to learn as it changes depending on the topic. In one text, you might see the word ambidextrous, which means the use of both hands equally. Whereas in another text, you might see the words using both hands. This just means vocabulary changes. This is an example of what to expect sometimes in the exam. You might see vocabulary you have never seen before, and you have to read the rest of the sentence to gain the full understanding. I'm going to show you an example of a question in general words and academic words. The first question is academic, and the second is general. You can tell because the first one is talking about a topic, that being helium. That is so specific and not general knowledge at all. I know I don't know that much about helium. So you have to really read the details to gain the answer. Whereas the second question is general. You need to look at the overall text and count how many steps in a certain process. It's not specific at all.